In this video, we're diving into how you can find last minute cruise deals for cheap, where we'll reveal how you can snag incredible deals on your dream cruise vacation, even at the last minute. Stick around because these tips could save you hundreds, if not thousands, on your next adventure. In fact, the last tip we're going to share actually saved us thousands of dollars on a recent cruise. Wait until you see this one.
So these strategies are all about getting last minute cruise deals. We consider last minute somewhere between 30 days and 90 days from the cruise. But the great news is everything we share here, you can actually use these exact same strategies to save on any cruise. And we're talking in this case, deals that can be had for under $100 per day per person. From the Caribbean, Mexico, Alaska, Europe, there are deals to be scored everywhere in the world. Now, typically we say book early, but this is all about what if you can't book early? What if you want to go on a vacation in the next few months? The great news is we're going to show you how to get amazing deals no matter when you're ready to cruise. Let me give you one of our secret tips. Wait for the final payment date to pass. Even sold out cruises suddenly have inventory and cabins available because a lot of people book a cruise and they don't make final payment or they cancel at the last moment. You know what that means? That's opportunity for all of you. What you want to do is you want to monitor, really put it on your calendar, put it on your Google Calendar, have a reminder. It typically is about 60 to 90 days out. That's when final payments are due on virtually every cruise line. I'll show you in a second here the various deadlines of the most popular cruise lines. Many times find the cruise lines may lower their fares if they have a lot of cabins available or if they received a lot of cancellations. This is where you can score some incredible deals. Then you just swoop in and you book up that deal. So on the screen here, you can see most of the deadlines are about 75 days to 90 days before sailing. Some really long cruises, some holiday cruises, sometimes the cruise line wants the money way in advance, like 120 days. But you can see, for instance, on Royal Caribbean, typically it's going to be a short cruise is about 75 days before, and a longer cruise, like 5 nights or more, is 90 days. Very typical, about 90 days out is what you're looking for. In some exceptions, if you're looking for the shorter cruises, it may be 75 days. So that's really your sweet spot. The tip is you can put into Google, you can say, give me the date 90 days before, and then just put the cruise date. And that'll tell you the exact count when it's exactly 90 days. Check like a day or two later because the cruise lines will always give everybody like an extra day or two or three to make that final payment. There's a little small grace period, but then you want to go in and see if you can scoop up some incredible last minute deals.
Our next secret to scoring a great last minute deal on a cruise is to utilize price tracking tools. And there's three here that we list: Cruise Watch, Cruise Sheet, and Cruise Line.
Yeah, so let me show you a few shortcuts on how to use these to score some amazing last minute deals. So let's start with cruisewatch.com. Okay, so on Cruise Watch, go up to Find Your Cruise. These are all cruise search engines. And click there and go to Last Minute Cruises. This will make it super easy for you because right away they're going to pick, surprise, last minute deals. Right now, what I really like about Cruise Watch is then I have a lot of ways to narrow things down on the left-hand side. I can say, for instance, maybe I can't leave in August, it's too soon, but I know I can go in September. So now I pick September, and you can see immediately this is going to show me some really great things. I see the ship and I see reviews right away. That's helpful because you never know. You want to make sure, obviously, you're getting a great deal, but you also want it to be on a cruise line and a ship that you want to be on that gets pretty good reviews. The next thing it does is does a great job of showing you immediately what the nightly rate is going to be for interior, ocean view, balcony, and even a suite. Plus, you also see this graph, which shows you what the pricing has been like over the last 90 days. I want to find ones where the graph is going down. That means the prices are getting what? Better and better. And you can see most of these have dropped off substantially over the last 90 days, even the suite. In this case, that's under $100 a day, but go over one here. This happens to be in Europe, $66 per night, per person, per cabin. And you can see it's fallen off a cliff recently, meaning they've gotten very aggressive on this price. This is a great deal. Even a suite is as low as $166 per night. It's not that much more than a balcony. So this is why I like this website. It's really visually very simple to see how good the deal is, and it's broken down by the style of the cabin. Another thing you can do, like for instance, this is a shorter cruise on the Celebrity Reflection, really nice ship. It's a 4-night cruise to the Bahamas, $44 a night per person. Now, you'll have some extras here on this website. They don't necessarily include potentially like gratuities, so you'll have to check on that. But still, you can see pretty great deal. Even a balcony is under $100 per night. But the next thing you can do is you can set a price alert. So if you click that, you can see that I can set a price alert. You can say, hey, anytime there's a price drop, and you can click or unclick, maybe you don't want to do a suite on any of these, it will go ahead and email you when there's been a price drop. And you can even say when the price crosses this limit, and you just go ahead and set that alert and you'll get an email without having to monitor this at all and keep checking back. So you might find a deal, and you can do this on any cruise, not even last minute. You can find your cruise. If it's too expensive, set a price drop, and you never know. The price may go down. You'll get an alert, and then you just go and book it. Cruisesheet.com works pretty similar, but what you can do, you might want to go ahead and narrow down where you want to go. Let's say I know I can get to a Caribbean cruise pretty easily. Maybe it'll even go out of the US. It'll be simple, or I can say Florida, but let's just say Caribbean. And you just pick your soonest dates. Basically, let's say I'm good for August through November. So I'm going to say I'm going to do that. But I can also click the more search options, and you can see I can do a couple other really cool things. I can say, you know what? I don't want to spend more than $125 per day per person. I'll leave the total out here. And maybe I don't want a really super short cruise. I want let's say 5 days or more. All right. So now right away, I'm narrowing it down. I'm saying I don't want to spend more than this per person per day. I want at least a 5-day cruise, Caribbean, in between these months. So now you've really narrowed down quickly. In a few seconds, I now have great options that fit all of those parameters. And by the way, once again, I can also set a price alert on this website as well. And you can see right here on an outside cabin, $82 per day. So it's going to fit my criteria immediately. You can even sort by cheapest per day. So you just click that and you'll get a sort, and it'll be cheapest per day. You can see in this case, they've got as low as $80 per day. And these on some Royal Caribbean ships, celebrity ships, so really good cruise lines. A really quick way to find those amazing deals, even not last minute. Really, you can find any deals doing it this way. All right, cruiseline.com. This is a website I've shared before, but what you can do on this one, let me give you the shortcut, is pick your cruise length. And I'm just pick 7 nights just for the example, and then pick your sail month. So what you're going to do is click, let's say you can do September through November. So just click that, and maybe you want to get specific to location, or maybe you don't. Maybe you're curious what's out there. But I'm going to go ahead and just to keep this standardized, I'll pick the Caribbean for now. And you can change your departure ports. You can even select cruise lines that you like. But you can see I can now see 113 different cruises, right? So we've gone from thousands of possibilities down to the very best deals overall. I can immediately start changing if I want. Maybe I want to get very specific to where I want in the Caribbean. But look what you have right here. We already have the nightly, $102 per night. I can sort from low to high to find those really great deals. MSC in this case has the best deals, $57 per night. Now, you may not want to sail on MSC for whatever reason. So you can click in here and say, you know what? I only want to see Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, and Carnival, let's just say. And now I don't have MSC. I just have Royal Caribbean, my very best deal possible, $80 per night per person inside cabin, $561 for a 7-night Southern Caribbean cruise. That's pretty amazing. Try to beat that with a hotel. Can you even find 1 or 2 nights of a hotel for this? Probably not. And this is going to be everything you need in your cruise. It tells you exactly where you're going. It's got reviews, tons of them. So immediately, hey, this is going to be a good cruise. It's 4.1 on 1,300 reviews. So you can see why I like this website a lot for these type of specific searches. And if you're somebody who's, hey, I got to have a balcony. I'm not doing an inside cabin. I'm not doing ocean view. No problem. $116 per night is going to be your best deal. As you can see, just under $1,000 per person for an entire week in the Caribbean. And you can see your ports. This goes out of New Orleans. So maybe you can get there very easily and on down. This is an incredible way of finding these last minute deals.
One other really cool website is cruisecompete.com. So if you've zeroed in on the cruise that you want to do, you can go to Cruise Compete, put that cruise in, and then have other cruise travel agencies bid on your cruise. Now, typically the price of the cruise will be the same across the board, but what they throw in, all the extras, maybe onboard credit or any other amenities, will vary. This is the way you get the best deal on that cruise. If you're enjoying this content and you find it helpful, please like our video. Also, subscribe to our channel, then you'll be sure to be alerted on future videos.
Definitely go right now to that QR code on the screen or the link that you see. We're going to share with you our favorite travel gear, but more importantly, there's going to be a box. You can put your email in there and you can immediately download 10 more incredible money savings travel tips that we'll send right away to your email inbox. We really would appreciate it. A real easy tip is just go to some of the top cruise only agencies out there and just put yourself on their email list. Cruise Vacation Outlet, cruisedirect.com, which I'll show in a moment here. And there'll be a link down below as well for that one because they've got last minute cruise deals there too. And Crown Cruise Vacations. There are other ones as well. But if you put your emails in here, you'll get emailed on a regular basis some pretty amazing deals. But cruisedirect.com, which we'll put a link down below, we definitely highly recommend because not only do they have a great search engine, they also have the ability to find last minute deals. So if you go right here to cruise deals, as you can see, you can highlight a variety of different types of deals, but go right here to last minute cruises. And you'll see on the left-hand side, you'll have amazing ways to go ahead and sort these. There's tons of choices. Look at all these that you can do. And this tells you everything you need to know as well, your nightly rates, the star ratings. You can even book it directly with Cruise Direct. They a lot of times will throw in extras, which is really cool. So if you want to just have an all-in-one place to do it, cruisedirect.com is definitely a place to do it. And like we mentioned, we got a link down below for you.
Another strategy to find great cruise deals is to join cruise communities. Go to cruise forums, something like cruisecritic.com. That's a great way to get a lot of information about specific cruises, specific ships, and even excursions and things like that. Find the Facebook group for your cruise line or any of the cruise lines that you want to monitor. They will also post deals in Facebook.
You can also go to Twitter if you want. If you use that at all, X, you can sign up there. The Facebook groups are good because people sometimes will share price drops or specials that they're seeing. Sometimes the cruise lines will even post as well. So this is just another way to put it out there and sometimes discover some deals based upon what other people are finding overall. Here's a really great strategy. If you're thinking about getting one of the many amazing rewards-based credit cards out there, there are some pretty incredible sign-up offers. So think about this. If you're booking a last-minute cruise, you're probably about to make a final payment. Even at these incredible deals we're sharing, it's a little bit of money. That's going to go a long way towards the minimum spend requirement on these sign-up offers. The one I would recommend right now, and you can use the QR code on the screen, is the Capital One Venture Rewards Card. The current offer when we're recording this, it's just a $95 a year annual fee. But for that, with a $4,000 spend over 90 days, your cruise will probably get you most of the way there or part of the way there. You're going to receive 75,000 miles, and that's valued at least $750. And really, if you redeem the miles for travel, like we share with you in other videos, I'll put some links down below, that could even be worth a business class ticket, which could be $3,000 or more. In addition, you're going to get a $250 travel credit, right? That's going to pay for that annual fee 2.5 times over. On all your purchases, you get 2x miles. They're going to give you 2 lounge visits in the airport per year and even a $100 TSA pre-check or global entry credit. Why not sign up for one of these cards in advance before you book and then put your final payment onto the credit card, and you'll pay for part, who knows, even all of your cruise with the sign up offer. As a thank, by the way, this is a referral link. Thank you so much if you use it. We get a small referral commission. It helps us support the channel and our continued creation of the more money savings content.
It's a very smart strategy, and it's a great way to spend the money to make it work for you. Another great strategy is to go to the cruise line websites directly. Often they have deals posted on a deals page. Sign up for their email, make sure you get that. And then if you're a loyalty member, they're also going to be throwing deals at you. So watch that email. You can discover incredible last-minute cruise deals with Royal Caribbean, Princess, Celebrity, and NCL.
And really all cruise lines, but these are some of the top ones as well.
And then here are some pages. We'll put these below where they have their deals posted. For example, Celebrity Cruises. They have this last-minute cruise page. You can scroll down and see everything they have on offer.
Yeah, and some pretty significant discounts all over the world, really. All these are cruises that are coming up that they have availability. Now, I like the way that I showed you before on how to find these across cruise lines. But again, you can see there's just a lot of ways to find really great deals if you use these different strategies. Our last strategy here, maybe a bit more advanced, but actually not really difficult, is to use a VPN. And we have a VPN that we recommend from Surfshark. We'll put the link down below. So basically what this, you can turn on Surfshark and say, hey, I'm actually in the United Kingdom right now. And you can go to the website for that cruise line. Like you could go to Royal Caribbean or Oceania or Azamara or Princess, any of them. And it will basically pull up for you the pricing in that area. We did this on an Oceania cruise that we had this past year. And we happened to be traveling in the UK. And while I was looking at pricing to see if pricing had changed, I discovered something. The rate was substantially cheaper in the UK than it was in the US. So what I did was I was like, you know what, I'm going to book it directly through the UK. But I reached out to my travel agent and they actually ended up getting the cruise line to match the deal. We saved, no joke, about $5,000 overall on this cruise. It was a long cruise. It was 15, 16, 17 days, Oceania being more expensive. But the savings were not $100. It was thousands of dollars. Now, of course, this does take a bit more work, but it is something that you can try. So you can go ahead, use a VPN, say that you're in Indonesia, say you're in Thailand, say you're somewhere in Europe, and see if the pricing is different than in the US. Now, you may need to do a little currency conversion, which is why I said this can be a little bit more complicated. And I can't guarantee you it's going to lead to savings. It may not. But again, it's just another thing that you can do in order to potentially save money. In our case, we ended up saving thousands. So, especially if you have an expensive cruise that you're booking, it might be a little secret that you want to check out. All right, so those are some incredible money saving tips that you can book your last minute cruise. In fact, you can use these on any cruises. Go ahead and watch the video in the top corner there. This is our strategy for saving hundreds and even thousands of dollars on your next shore excursion. So if you book your cruise, now you want to book what to do in the ports. This is a secret way to save a lot of money on all of your shore excursions.
So, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, leave them down below, and we'll see you next time.